What do you think is going to be the impact on the capital markets of Xiaomi's upcoming IPO?
Hong Kong has just started this new listing rule structure, and Xiaomi being the first one to file under that listing rule, I certainly hope that the IPO will be successful, paving the way for many more Chinese innovative tech companies to go to Hong Kong as yet another interesting exit venue.
What are your views on the changes around domestic listings, the moves here in China to encourage more of these tech companies in particular to list in the domestic markets via the CDR plan?
I think the CDR rules are interesting because historically, many of the bigger successful Chinese tech companies have chosen offshore markets for listing. So the fundamental change in China has to be listing requirements that enable similar companies of the future BATs, to be able to list in China. So I think a lot of people focus primarily on the CDR element of it. But I think that's just one small portion. The key is the new change to encourage the unicorns to list here a lot sooner, a lot faster.
About Tencent and Alibaba and just the significance of their role as investors in the tech space. Are they proving detrimental in terms of their clout? Are they proving suffocating for some of these startups? Does it make your job more difficult?
It has sometimes made our job more difficult. But on the other hand, they also an interesting avenue of exit. They bought out both companies as well as stakes from early investors such as Qiming. So in that regard, it certainly added more exit possibilities. But in terms of the overall competitive and entrepreneurial environment, I think a more subdued strategic investment environment, it's probably healthier.
Does that intense competition between Tencent and Alibaba, does that just continue to grind on?
I think it's going to grind on for a little longer. Both companies have strong ability to not only do extremely well in their core business, they have the network effect either on the WeChat side or on the Taobao e-commerce side, and then now glued by payment. With that type of effect, they could actually get into a lot of new business and continue to be successful. I think it's probably not too early, at least for the government, to start thinking about regulations and how to while encourage the growth of the home champion, but also be mindful of their effect on the overall startup environment. It hasn't been detrimental yet, but if untamed and unchecked, this could be dangerous years to come.